I included the next story ironically. The headline reads, Halo's matchmaking getting better later this week, hopefully.
Oh, boy.
This is the story that Patrick ran. On last week's podcast, you had talked about this update that was supposed to come out on Wednesday of last week.
It did not make it out on Wednesday.
So the story,
I think it did go out Thursday.
So the story Patrick ran was that, hey, the patch they promised for Wednesday is being pushed back just a bit for, quote, testing and certification process. And you're right.
I feel like it was kind of a little twofold. Like they said they pushed it back for certification and also to fix some more bugs, which then wouldn't it have to go through certification again? Like, what are we talking about here?
You think?
I don't know.
You would think.
I don't know.
But it came out not long after.
Fully certified.
And things are still fucked.
Great.
Like bad.
What the fuck, man?
I am truly flabbergasted. Like,
the only thing I can think of is that this game was not ready, and they said Black Friday, and then people were like, all right, well, it's probably not going to work. And somebody else said, get it done.
That is entirely possible.
I'm not sure what's worse, like if this caught people completely off guard and they had no idea it was going to be this fucked up.
You mean at the developer?
Yeah, or if people knew and like, well, we got to ship it, we'll get on it. The way that they have issued multiple updates that haven't fixed the problem yet make me wonder if this is like a big surprise to them.
It seems like it could be the case.
I just imagine some guy was like, all right, we have to ship now. Can you, in the meantime, before it, from when we go gold to when we are on store shelves, can you make a patch that fixes the online? And he was like, I think so.
And they were like, well, we're going to have to make people download like 15 gigs anyway, so sure.
Yeah.
Already they were planning on a gigantic day one update. So
the only explanation I can come up with, and this is not to excuse the boondoggle by any means, but you could see how, not testing it in a live environment prior to launch, not
sure.
Because that happens to every online game. Like no testing environment can replicate what the real world conditions are going to be like.
Yeah.
So that's the only scenario where I can think some of this could have caught them by surprise.
And like 4 different games with different netcode.
Yeah, there's that aspect of it. But the thing that's so alarming to me is that they keep putting out patches, and especially this last one saying, effectively, like, this is going to be it. Or, like, we're going to do it with this one. And then having it come out and be, like, as bad or worse for some people.
Yeah, man,
Or maybe it's not worse so much as people are just running out of patience, because I've seen message board chatter from people. I've seen numerous, anecdotes of things like, I'm giving them one more weekend, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to trade it in for something else. Stuff like that. Like, people are just really tired of waiting for it to work.
It's so frustrating. I really wish I just knew what was going on.
Yeah, it's crazy. There. Like, we got a bunch of emails to the podcast address with all kinds of crazy shit, like, guy talking about matching into a ranked Slayer game, and it launched in Forge mode, and like people were able to spawn objects in and fly and shit.
We got into a like me and my buddy and like someone else on his console got into a ranked game, which is not supposed to be like a guest.
Local?
Yeah.
Wow, that's bizarre. It's crazy. It's a shame.
Yep,
but
I don't know how you get in that position.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of stuff lined up. Halo Channel, the Halo Nightfall series launch, all this other stuff.
Can't watch that. It does not authenticate.
It doesn't work?
No, it does not authenticate me as having owned the Master Chief Collection.
Even though you're launching it from the Master Chief Collection.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
That was happening to me when we did the quick look. Yeah. And I was just like, well, I don't know. So,
wow.
Yeah, like, well, it's one of those things where they have so many different things converging on that date, so much marketing money pushing people in that direction and all other stuff that at some point you just got to fucking tighten your belts and fucking ship that shit.
Like at some point, the game is coming out, come hell or high water, right?
Yeah, and fuck, man, seriously, what the fuck?
It's crazy that last week Unity was the leading broken game story and Master Chief was kind of the follow up, and now Master Chief is the headline.
I think it's because no one cares about Assassins.
That's possible.
Like, that didn't fall off because it's like fixed. It fell off because people were like, man, fuck that, bummer.
To be fair,
not buying that one.
To be fair, Master Chief if it were working properly, seems like something that a lot of people very much want to play.
Yeah.
Me?
Whereas, like, the reality of Unity was that even if they fixed all the problems, people were not having a ton of fun with it by and large.
Right. Yeah.